Examine the following survey questions for any source of bias. So remember the definition of bias. Bias is when you systematically overrepresent or underrepresent a certain segment of the population that you're sampling from. And it can come in a bunch of different flavors. So here, when we're talking about reading this question, we should be looking for wording bias. In other words, is this question trying to lead us to a particular outcome? So let's read it. Do you think high school students should be required to wear uniforms? So is there anything in here that seems inflammatory? Is there anything in here that seems like it's leading us to a particular choice? So for example, well, I'm going to argue that the answer here is no. This doesn't seem biased. It doesn't seem like it's leading us in one direction or another. But what if it said something like this? Do you think families should be forced to purchase uniforms? So now we're trying to argue about forcing people to buy uniforms. And so using the idea of forcing people to buy something that they may or may not want, that's probably leading us to the direction of not saying yes to that, because we don't want to force them to be buying uniforms. So there's an example of how this might have been biased, but in this case, do we think that high school students should be required to wear uniforms? Whatever your opinion on that, doesn't matter. Does this seem like it's leading us in one direction? No, it doesn't.